Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Yes, it is. We made it to the end of the week. Good morning, Deirdre and Brandy, Linda Lemieux, Blue Jean, Enter Greg. Thank you for being here. Much, much love to all of you, and thank you for sharing this out. What a great day. It's a great day to have a great day. That's the attitude we need to start with. And then we'll go into our hearts. So let's do that. Hand on your heart. And slow down the breathing. And then add in love with this next breath. Bring it right into your heart center. Just have that thought. It's a great day. It is a beautiful day. No matter what's going on, even if the sky is falling down, it's still a great day. And then the next breath, that smile on your face, and bring somebody in for a heart hug. Just give a big, 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 big hug. And doesn't that feel good? I know there's got to be lots of yays going on. So it's Friday. It's time to share whatever yours may be. And I'm just seeing more faces come in. Good morning, Miss Sherry. Good morning, Kathy Hand. My yay is I'm healthy and happy and able to offer my help and support to others with love and gratitude. Oh, that's beautiful, Kathy. And thank you for sharing, Brandy. Leo, good morning. Good Friday morning. Annie 7, hello. And Kathleen Caputo, Mama Hada Bear is watching. So awesome. So let's hear it. Let's hear some yays. Well, it didn't snow. I guess I can say that is one of my yays because they were calling for snow yesterday. I think it's too warm to snow, honestly. It's 40s. Maybe not, but it's raining, it's wet, it's yuck outside, but it's beautiful inside. And little Magi this morning, we've been outside, and she doesn't like the wet. She doesn't like to walk on the wet grass or the wet ground or the sidewalk, but she liked being outside because there were squirrels out there. So it was all I can do to contain her so that we could get back inside and I could meet with you guys because she wanted to go out and play with the squirrels. And Deirdre, your heart hug goes to Brandy, girl. Yes, Brandy, sweet one. Thank you for sharing with us your grief, and we hold you through that. And just know that you are so loved. We're so glad that you're part of our family. Annie, we are family. I might not can play the song because I get in trouble, but I can sing part of it. Come on, everybody, get up and sing. That's what she's saying. Auntie Jean, there you are. Good morning. Annie is thankful for you all and my sons in my life and this beautiful life. Despite challenges, life is still beautiful. Yes, it is. Blue is feeling stressed this morning. It feels warm out and cloudy. Something this way weather-wise comes. Dolly was so wonderful yesterday. She pretended to be very angry when I talked her up. Then, when I went to put her bridle on, she dropped her head low so I could put it on easily. Such a character of love. She certainly is. I'm so glad you have Dolly in your life, Blue. I'm so glad you're here with us. Thank you for being here this morning. And Kathy, you've got rain and 40s there as well. I think, isn't it weird how it just seems to be the same weather wherever we are? Well, except Brandy, except that extreme north, they get the temperatures I don't even want to think about. But yeah, for a lot of us, it's like the same thing going on at the same time. Really weird. Kathleen says, right now my yay is that I am awake. There you go. You didn't sleep in this morning and you were able to come in and join us. Yay. Annie says our blue jean is a warrior. Oh, she certainly is. Yeah, she's a protector. She's a blue for sure. And she's on that blue ray, which does protect. So for some reason, her guides help her to send out protective energy to us. So we send it right back to you, Blue Jean. You are such a huge part of our family. Thank you. All right, so let's see. I'm going to get a Kuan Yin card ready. Do we have Andrea on? We're missing somebody. We're missing a couple of somebodies, but I don't think I saw Andrea come in. I may be wrong. She might be hiding in here somewhere. There she is. I see you now. I always think of Andrea when I get ready to share the story for story time because she seems to love the story time, as do I think a lot of you. If you don't, let me know, and not a big deal, but I love sharing what the angels have to say to us. Auntie Jean says, Brandy, love you, bonus girl, holding you tight and sending you love. Remember, darling, he is just in another room in our Father's house. Yes, I think we are. Oh, no, I think Linda Lemieux came in. I thought I said good morning to her. Yeah, Linda's here. So we got peas in the house, and we got a message from the angels, and pulling the Kuan Yin card. What's up, little girl? Oh, she wants to play. She wants attention. Hi. Hi. Are you trying to come up and say hello to the peas? All right. So I just pulled a card, and let's see if I can get a little bit up here to say hello. And this is her new sweater that I got her, that Auntie Teri got for her. It says furry boss. And she is, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, is she a furry boss. Hey, they're watching you. You better behave. You better behave. Say hello. Come say hello. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Now go play. She wants my attention. Good morning, Michelle. And Andrea loves story time, and Sherry loves story time. All right, so story time is Change the World. I do remember. I was like, I know there was a story time, but I don't remember what it was. But it is called Change the World. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. And that's a quote by Malala Yousafzai. I probably butchered that name. Anyway, the message of that quote is so beautiful. Of all the teachers that I have had in this lifetime, I remember one the most. Miss Wills was a light placed in my life by the Creator as I was waiting to be nurtured, waiting to be opened up to my magnificence. Sometimes all it takes is one moment, one soul, one heart willing to make a difference. The world often tells us that change is overwhelming, that it takes an army of voices to shift the tides of suffering and ignorance. But in truth, the most profound transformations come from the smallest acts of love, from one person daring to believe that they can make a difference. In the eyes of a child, we see hope, the promise of a better tomorrow, and the reminder that innocence is the closest thing to heaven we will ever know on earth. A single child, when loved, guided, and encouraged, can go on to become the very force that shifts humanity toward a higher consciousness. Think of the great leaders, the visionaries, the healers. Each one was once a child, filled with questions, curiosity, and an unspoken yearning to be seen. Dear angels, a teacher is more than an instructor of knowledge. A true teacher, such as Miss Wills, is a beacon of wisdom, a lighthouse guiding souls safely to shore. The greatest teachers are not those who merely impart lessons, but those who spark a fire within their students, awakening them to their own divine purpose. Dear ones, teachers come in many forms, not just in schools, but in everyday life. A mentor, a parent, a friend, even a stranger who speaks kindness into your weary hearts. One teacher, one guide who believes in you can shift the course of your destiny. A teacher can guide you in the direction that will shape your future. Words hold power. They have the ability to uplift, to inspire, to shape the very foundation of your understanding. A single book can open doors to worlds unseen, can unravel mysteries, can plant seeds of courage and faith where doubt once lived. The written word is a gift from the divine, a bridge between the earthly and the eternal. One pen, held by a willing hand, can script a future of love, healing, and hope. A single letter of encouragement, a journal entry filled with prayers, a poem that lifts a soul out of despair. These are miracles. When guided by the heart, the pen becomes an instrument of angels, writing love into the very fabric of your existence. The angels whisper. One child filled with love grows into a force of kindness. One teacher filled with passion ignites countless hearts. One book filled with truth enlightens generations. One pen in the hands of faith writes a new reality. Beloveds, do not underestimate your power. You are the ones who can lift, inspire, and transform. We walk beside you, whispering, your light matters. Your voice matters. You are here for a reason. Be the one. Start the ripple and change the world. Dear angels, today I promise to continue writing, continue inspiring for as long as I am here on earth. You know, they touched my heart with that message because they brought to mind somebody that was very special to me, somebody that encouraged me to write, somebody that opened my eyes to different worlds through the books that she encouraged us to read and that we would delve into in her class. And she was just that teacher that observed and that wanted you to know that she saw you. She saw you, not just a number, a student, a name in her class, but she took the time to smile and to ask how you were. So we need more teachers like that. And that was when I was in probably a junior that I encountered her in high school. So I only had her for a couple of years, but boy, did she make a difference in my life. And I think without her encouragement, I would never have thought about writing. I would never have said, oh, I can put a sentence together and it might make sense and it might sound a little poetic. I wrote a whole book of poems at one point, and I've since lost them. I wish I had them back, but I did lose them somewhere along the way in my adult life. But I sat and wrote a whole book. And they were all just about life and everyday things. And that's what she encouraged, was finding beauty in the everyday. It didn't have to be something spectacular. We need those kind of teachers. And I know that we have those kind of teachers among us. I know that there are several of you that are retired teachers, including our dear Auntie Jean Loriot, Linda Lemieux. I may be missing some, but I know that we do have those special people that took young minds under their wings and encouraged and shared love with them. So thank you to all the teachers out there, whether you were a teacher in school or in life, however that came about. Thank you. All right, so do we have people that came in? Pretty sure I said good morning to Michelle Landers. And Michelle will be on Enlightened World Network tomorrow with the the numerology report for February. It's hard to think about February being here, but it truly is. Today's the last day of January. And Kathy says, even though I read the Angel blog, it is nice to hear it in your voice. Thank you, Kathy. You know, sometimes if we read something and we hear something, we get it a little differently. There's a different flavor to it, and it just brings it to life more, I think, when we do different ways of hearing that message. I used to have Audible before I couldn't afford it anymore, but I would read the book along with Audible reading it, and that was really cool. Good morning, Donna. Thank you for being here. And Hope Wellington Marshall, good morning to you. Andrea loves today's message. And Brandy said, beautiful message. And if we do book pages today, okay, yeah, we'll see if we have enough time to do the book pages. And Kathy says, I love that message. I am hoping that one day my writing or my words will give hope and inspire others. I also see Colin following a path to be a light to others. He actually does have quite a way of reaching others. I believe he has a gift when it comes to talking. Yeah, I believe he does, Kathy. Pocket. Hi, Miss Pocket. Good morning to you. And we don't want to leave out Gruffy or Raz or Gizmo or Blue or Whizzy Bee or my sweet Lulu. Good morning to all the fur babies. Pocky, I hope you're being a good girl. And I know it's rainy and wet outside, but have a good day today out there. Okay. Brandy says, I'm just one person, Kathy. You give me hope and inspiration with your unconditional love. I love that. Kathleen says, I loved most of my teachers. Yesterday, Hotto Bear's wise words on Facebook was the best way to teach is to be an example of what you want to teach. Yeah, absolutely. And Kathleen, you are such a teacher. And I love how you utilize Hotto Bear and that message to get unconditional love across to us. Good morning, Tammy Hill. Kathy says, yeah, I only did green lights in Audible just to hear Matthew McConaughey's voice. I couldn't afford it either. I wish it wasn't so expensive. And I'd be listening to books probably the whole way when I travel somewhere. Auntie Jean says, everyone is a teacher. We are the teaching species. Everything created has a purpose. Teaching is a calling from the Creator. Yeah, it truly is. All right, so what does Kuan Yin have to say? Walls come tumbling down. To defend ourselves against pain, we can create walls of protection around us. Sometimes, without even realizing it, those walls make it hard for love, life, and joy to enter our world. Maybe we needed those walls once upon a time, but now it's time for those walls to come tumbling down because divine love wants to enter your world. So that's the beautiful message from our Kuan Yin for all of us. She gives us guidance every day. Brookie, you're in the house. Good morning, Sally and Tony. Good morning to you. And Blue says, "Oh my gosh, you said she was a good girl. She's so happy, though my phone is now covered in pocket gazumber slime." Oh, sweet Pocket. I just love Pocket's energy. And you know, Pocket is our mascot for this little book, Angels in My Pocket. And I know every time I say that word or that title, she's probably going to slurp even more all over you, Blue Jean. Okay, so that was the message from the angels last night, and it felt very, very, very special to bring that message through. And what a warm memory. You know, if we can live our moments of our life creating memories with the people that we are surrounded by, then later on in life, when we think back on them, we're going to think back warmly. We're going to hold such a warm space in our heart. And I know Mrs. Wills has been gone since, I think, the early 90s. I think that's when she passed. But she's still inspiring me. She's still warming my heart. So it doesn't matter if the person is alive or has already gone on to spirit, they still can help us. They still can inspire and still can bring to mind certain things in our life. So, Auntie Jean, I miss my slimy alarm clock. Yes, every morning we would have Pocket and Gruffy at the encouragement of Miss Blue Jean, and they would run up the stairs and they would slurp us all over the face and say, get up, it's time to get up." And it was so beautiful to be there and be just experiencing that love. Okay, I think I'm going to have to turn the birds off because it's turned to storms and we don't want storms. And Annie says, "Mama P, you being in Grayson in my life has definitely made a healing and positive effect on our lives. Thank you for all you give of yourself." Thank you, Annie, for those words. You know, it means a lot when somebody says something like that. I don't take it lightly because I take what I do very seriously as I make commitments and I commit to being here with you every day. I commit to the groups that we have going, and one of those groups is called Guiding Grace. I'm going to set up a meeting today. We'll find a time to just come on for a minute and love on each other and share with each other. And Hope says, "Silly me, in my haste, I logged onto your link for Amazon and put 5 of the 333s in my basket and forgot to press buy. So one for each of my children and one for my parents, and they'll be delivered on Sunday." Woo! Thank you for that, Hope. Thank you for sharing that love of this little book, our newest in the trio, 333 Angelic Messages, Divine Wisdom for the Soul. And it is for our soul. It's to help us to rise up, 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 and get out of whatever we're in and enjoy being taught by the angels. And Annie says, "When you and Auntie Jean Lorio came to my home, y'all helped heal me after a very painful divorce." Yeah, I know, sweetheart. The angels put the piece on her tour wherever it needs to be. If there's a person, if there's an animal, if there's a place on the world, in the world that needs help, then that's where I go. And if somebody's along with me, like the journey that Auntie Jean took, it makes it even more special. So thank you. And we don't do messages on the morning show, Tammy. I just pull a card from Kuan Yin for all of us because she's our guide. And we do open up the tiny books if we have time. And it looks like we might have time for one or two, and that's going to be it this morning. Catherine Kovacs says, "Good morning, everyone. I have some wonderful news to tell you. My mother is coming home from the hospital today." Oh, how beautiful. I love that. And I'm so happy for you, Catherine, because I know that's been on your heart that she didn't get to come home on Tuesday. Thank you, Deirdre. Yes, Sundays are a day for messages, except for this coming Sunday. This coming Sunday, we're going to do a 7-generation healing at 2:22 p.m. Eastern Time. And I hope that you all can be there. I hope that you can find that moment where you can shift the energy of your timelines. Excuse me. And good morning, Prachetta. Thank you, Prachetta. I appreciate that. And yes, I'm congratulating the angels. They're the ones that made that happen. Oh, Kathleen, I can't wait for you to see it and hold it and experience it. And you guys, it's also on Kindle. So I know I've heard several of you mention that you can't get the book right now, but the Kindle version is $3.33. And yes, the angels had me do that for the 333. So I encourage you that if you can do it that way, you'll have all the contents of it. You'll have the beautiful cover on your device, whatever you use to read Kindle books on. Yes, isn't that a beautiful Friday that Catherine's mom is coming home? And Blue says, Pocket still on occasion goes running up to look for Eugene. Then she gives a big sigh. It's so funny how when Teri comes, they act like she has always been here after hearing her every day. Well, I have always been there in my heart. And you know that. My spirit's always there with you and those sweet babies. Okay, we have a little troll this morning. And so Kelly OC, we don't allow that here. So we're just going to say goodbye and get you out of here. Yeah, I'm being Mama Bear right now. I'm looking out for you all. So, all right. So, what else we got going on? Marlene, good morning, sweet Marlene. Um, how do you register for Sunday? Okay, I don't know if is Sue with us, Sissy Cough, because she always puts links for you guys. I don't see her on, so let me see if I can grab the link to put in the comments section. And that way, all you have to do is click it, and then you can go register for it. Okay, just one moment. Okay, here we go. So this is the link, and just click on it, and then you can register to be at that meeting of the 7-generation healing. There's Sue. Good morning, Sue. And Marietta. Good morning. I didn't see Marietta come in, but Marietta always helps us go up, up, up. And, oh, Brookie, I didn't realize that Rainbow had passed. I know that he was in hospice. Oh, sweet one. Yes, and I think you're going to start seeing rainbows now that he has passed. All right, so we had 2 requests for readings with page numbers. And Auntie Jean said, "This is a happy day. One thing, I'm getting my hair and bald spot colored. The other thing is payday so I can order my books. I'm so excited, Catherine. I was praying last night before I slept that she would come home." Beautiful. Thank you for those prayers, Auntie Jean. I know that um, you have the grid on the western end of the states, and you always put those in that need to be in there. All right. I think it was Brandy. I saw you give us a page number, but it was a while back and I can't find it. So I'm sorry, Brandy. I'm just going to go to Sally. I did see, page 16. So let's go to the new book. I love playing with new toys, and this is our newest in the line of the three. The first one, of course, was the Tiny Book of Angel Messages. And then we had Angels in My Pocket. And now we have 333 Angelic Whispers. So let's see what's on page 16 of this one. And I know that Joanne received her book yesterday. She sent me a picture of it, and I'm so happy that they're starting to come in. Which one is it? When you stay committed, you honor the divine spark within you and allow your light to shine even brighter in the world. Embrace your commitments with an open heart and determined spirit. Know that you are not alone on this path. The universe walks beside you, offering support and encouragement every step of the way. Let your commitment be a beacon of your dedication to living a life of purpose, meaning, and spiritual fulfillment. Yes, I think that was for all of us. Sally, you asked for that for the group. Let your commitment, what did it say? Let your commitment be a beacon of your dedication to living a life of purpose, meaning, and spiritual fulfillment. And doesn't it feel good when we fill up spiritually? Have you ever just sat and asked, what do I need to know? I encourage you to try that. Just ask while you're sitting there communing with the angels or your loved ones in spirit, spirit guides, God, Divine Mother, Jesus, whoever it is that you're making that connection with. And just ask, what do I need to know? And watch the answer come through and watch your whole being be filled with divine light, because that's what they do. They bring that light through for us. Okay, that may be the only one I can get to because I know it is time for our prayers. And Brandy, you wanted book 1, page 31. We'll do that to end and go into our prayer time. I know several of you have mentioned losses already, and let's lift up anybody that has a tender heart right now due to a loss in your life of a loved one, and know that it's not a loss. They're still there. Just as our Auntie Jean likes to say, they're in a different room. They really are. And do we have another troll this morning? Yep, we do. So goodbye, John. And Brookie says, death is so hard. I always find myself filled with such regret for not doing more in what little time we had left. Yeah, I understand that. I do. And that's why it's so important to make every moment count while we're here walking this earth plane. And, many times we just want to blank out. We just want to engulf ourselves in a movie or watching TV endlessly. I've done that. I've numbed myself from the world, but I understand now the importance of staying present and allowing our energy to flow to each other while we're still in the human body. All right, so page 31 says, Dear ones, be quick to forgive and slow to anger. Allow yourself to fully step away from situations, to examine them, and release anything that might create hurt, and stay only in the energy of love. Well, that's it. It's like if we just forget all the silliness. The angel said that we take life so seriously, and we hold grudges, and we hold on to that anger because we think that we have a right to it. We've been wronged, and those are judgments. Those are saying that somebody did something to us. We're judging somebody for what they did, for their actions. Maybe it did impact us. Maybe it made a difference in our lives, but learn from it. Don't hold that resentment. Don't hold that anger or those grudges against others, because you're only hurting yourself. In not letting go of it, you're hurting yourself. In judging them, you're judging yourself. So love, love without any agenda, and don't withhold your love because somebody didn't meet your expectations. That's a huge one. All right, so I'm off my soapbox and I'm going to go to Deirdre's daily prayer that she offers for us. Thank you, Deirdre. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for all families living with addiction, and prayers for the USA. Thank you so much, Deirdre. And prayers for all those areas that have been affected by storms and floods and fires, and where there's people that have lost homes and lost family members. And Sally says, thank you. That felt right for today. Thank you. I always tell people their loved ones are still with us. They just moved to a new neighborhood. Yeah. And they still can come and visit. We may not see them all the time. We may not be able to hug them, but they're still there. They're still in our life and still very, very present with us. And they'll stay as close as you allow. So, Don Baker, good morning to you. Oh, so much love to you, Don. And I saw this morning that I missed some messages from you, so I'll get with you today. Auntie Jean says, Brookie Rainbow is a heavenly pea now. He was loved and he loved. He earned his stripes and stars. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you're so welcome, Brandy. I'm glad that I did that. But now we're going into our prayer time. And Frachetta offers special prayers, so let's put that up there. Special prayers for me, as she calls Fairy Teri, ma'am. Special prayers for the victims of the airline crash, which happened in D.C., and prayers for everyone in my Angelic River family. God bless and be safe. Thank you for that, Prachetta. And yes, praying for the families of those that were deceased from that crash in D.C. Leo says, I appreciate this message about forgiveness. I had to break up with a couple of friends this week. It's sad to let people go, but sometimes we just have to be true to our hearts and our intuition. Oh, Leo, thank you for bringing that up. We can love somebody without being immersed in their energy, their negativity sometimes, or their judgments. And if they're not in alignment with us, it's just going to pull our energy down. So, sweet one, you're in my heart. I know that's hard to do. I've done it, and I know the hurt afterward. Marietta says, remember to smile. Spirit magnifies incredible loving energy, and I am sending this love to you all. And I'm receiving it, Marietta. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so Sally always gives us a prayer for those who are homeless, those who are lost or alone and feeling like nobody sees them or nobody understands or cares. And for anyone struggling, if you're struggling with challenges or whatever experience you're going through, we just hold you in love and light and hold you tight in this family. So let's go into our hearts right now. Breathe into your heart and release that breath out. And as you breathe it back in, just bring to mind someone that you would just have loved to spend more time with while they were on earth. Let's honor our spirit peas right now. We have a lot of them now. So as you do that, if you want to type in a name of one of our spirit peas, someone who was just so full of life and love, and then they were not here anymore. I'm thinking right now of Brookie's mom, sweet Debbie. What a light she was, and she loved this pea family. I'm thinking of our pirate Rick and the love that he shared with all of us. We have so many that we have lost, family members, loved ones. So let's just take a moment to honor them while we're going deeper into our hearts. And as I said, if you want to type in their name, just type it in. Yes, Bricky, your sweet mama. I can still see her face. So beautiful and so full of love. And our sweet Ricky, thank you, Auntie Jean. So just honor them. Let a smile come across your face because you knew and loved them. I've heard that when we grieve so hard and that hurt hurts so deep, is because we loved so deeply. And don't be afraid to do so. Don't be afraid to love. It makes a difference to that person, and it makes a difference to you. And then when they are in spirit, they take that love. They take those sweet memories of how they were treated by each of us. I'm remembering a special friend of mine right now, a couple of them actually, Mr. T in spirit. God bless you, Mr. T. You were a big influence on my life. And I'm remembering Bob Miller, who made such a difference with gratitude. So beautiful. So now let's lift every prayer that was spoken, written, every prayer that's on your heart, and let's lift it together as we lift our vibration with our warm memories of loved ones and what they brought to our lives. Let's let that be the hot air that lifts us upward, just like a hot air balloon rising up, 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 higher and higher, and see us all on that hot air balloon. See us lifting up. See all those prayers. We're all holding them. We're holding on to paper or to a person. We're lifting up to the great central sun of the Creator. We're going straight to Source God energy. And we're bringing with us the desire to have all these prayers seen, acknowledged, heard, and answered for the best and highest good of all. So as we have now reached that place where we can look eye to eye with our Creator, look at the spirit being that just loves us unconditionally, and see that being receiving our prayers, taking each one individually, looking at it, putting a check mark by it. See that, visualize that all of these prayers are being acknowledged and they're all being looked at to see what is the best and highest good. And then we just leave it there. We don't have to stick around. We don't have to micromanage God. All we do is just bring that forward, and then our hearts are lighter because of it. And we drift away and back to where we are here with each other, with hearts full of love, hearts full of faith, hearts full of joy, because we know that we just released burdens and that we called upon the highest being that exists to do whatever needs to be done with these prayers. And it's not our expectations, it's just us releasing the energy so that the answer can come through fully. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you held somebody close in your heart, just keep doing that today. Just keep holding, keep talking to them. They know you're talking to them. So just hold them in your heart. And Brookie says she's remembering Rainbow warmly. Love that guy. Lots of funny memories there and so grateful. Annie held her sweet brother that just crossed. It's still very new and we're all adjusting. I went to his home and smelled his shirts in his closet. I have I've just forgot the word for it. It's not a scarf. It's like a little handkerchief that my sister Barb had. That was the one possession that I got after she passed, and I keep it with me. I keep it in a suitcase actually, and I see it every so often. I pull it out and I think warmly of my sister who passed many years ago, and I think of her and her children and grandchildren, her loved ones. And I don't know why we keep getting trolls today, but we have another one, and we're going to say goodbye to you, Vivian. Whew, we've been invaded by trolls on the morning show. All right. So let's get on with our loving of each other and our Leo song. Let me go ahead and play that. There we go.
Earthlings, it's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have
Oh,
a
thank you,
great day.
Sally, for sharing
Here
that.
we go, come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day.
Thank you,
Feel the colors
Sue, for
swirl and
letting us
rise,
know
be
about
part
the
of
seven
it. Go
generation
ahead, step
healing on
in. So
Sunday.
mission for harmony
And
to
there is the
be.
link.
Mama, be on the lead wherever
You
we
can
turn.
watch it. I put a
Create a
link
world
in
where
for
we
you to
can
come
be
onto the
together.
Zoom call if
Heart
you
on the
want to do
floor is
that.
always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new
The new
dimension.
dimension.
Morning cup of full of joy every
Day,
day. To
day.
start the day on a high vibe, we call the
Thank
triple
you,
A.
Sally and
Morning cup
Tony.
of
We
full
love
of joy
you.
with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you,
Michelle
I love you,
Landers. She'll be
namaste.
on
Morning
Enlightened
cup of full
World
of joy every
tomorrow
day. To
with
start the day on a
the
high vibe, we call the triple
February
A. Morning cup of full of
messages
joy with
about
all the bees and the
numerology of
pod.
the
The
month.
daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Andrea, I love you so much. Full of joy. Oh, Pucky's not dancing? Oh no!
Cup of full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the triple
Triple
A.
A.
Morning
Don't
cup of
forget the
full of
Triple A
joy with all the
dance, you
peace in the pod.
guys.
The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the triple A. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees in the
Who's in the
pod. The daily
pod?
mantra
That's
is thank you, I
us.
love you, namaste.
All right, here we go. Ready? simply accept, align, allow.
Triple
Triple
A,
A, y'all.
morning cup of full of joy, every day at 8. Just start the day on the high five, we call the Triple A. Morning cup of full of joy with all the peas in the
Peace in the
pod. The daily
pod.
mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of
And
joy,
thank
every day at
you
8. Just start the day
to,
on the high five, we call the Triple A. Morning
yes,
cup of full
Michelle
of
is going to
joy
be
with all the
teaching a
peas in the pod.
class,
The
you
daily
guys. I'm
mantra
so
is thank you, I
excited
love
about
you,
that.
namaste.
Oh, boy. Oh, no, come say goodbye. Come on, come on, come on. That guy wants to say goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, please. Say thank you, I love you. Over here, over here. All right, hop down. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so very much. Stay in your heart, stay blessed, stay connected in with those loved ones that are in spirit because they know. They know when you're giving them love. They know when you're thinking of them warmly, and they may just send you a sign as you're doing so. So take good care. I will see you all back here tomorrow morning for the Morning Cuppa Joy. And hopefully, we will have our weekend peas with us that are at work right now. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. I love you. Bye, everyone.